Hello and welcome back. Here we are on our objective screen. Let's go ahead and take a look. What are we doing? We will create a piece of pop art. How are we doing this? By using a free online program and talking about repetition. Why are we doing this? In order to talk about and learn about pop art and how it is influenced by culture. Also, we will talk about PA artist Andy Warhol. Let's go ahead and take a look at today's goal. So, today's goal is we're going to, again, like anything else, open our program and open up our file. We're then going to multiply our image. This is that repetition that we're talking about in Andy Warhol's work. So we're going to repeat our image a total of 6 times, and then we're going to move them into location. We might do some organization of our layer palette, and then we're really going to do the fun part where we have to start to edit colors in these images. We'll save it, and we'll put the saved file in Google Drive, and we'll take our screenshot for our progress photo. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of this, and let's take a look. So, like we said, first thing we need to do is open up our program. So I'm going to open up a new tab, and I'm going to type in photopea.com. Again, we're going to work on our existing project, so we're going to hit open from computer. We're going to find our current project. Okay, so that should be it, there, and I'll click open. All right, so there is what I was expecting, right? Our 6 squares with our image. Now the first thing we want to do is make sure that we have our selection tool and we have auto select up here at the top. I'm going to click on the image and I'm going to drag that image and put it back up in that top square. Then what we're going to do, just like we copied our squares from the last time, is we're going to use Control J to jump that to a new layer. So the layer is selected over here. I'm going to also, while I'm here, it says background. Instead of saying background, I'm going to type in Pepsi. So to do that, all I did was double click right on the text, and then it brings up the dialog or the typing box. You can type it in and hit enter. Okay, so that's Pepsi. So now when I hit Control J, I'm going to get Pepsi copy, Control J, Pepsi copy 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should give me 6. Perfect. What I need. So what I'm then going to do after I have them all copied with that auto select checked, I'm going to grab one of these and I'm going to drag it over into the next box and grab another one and drag it over and grab another one and just put one of these images in each of the boxes. Again, I'm using the select tool, and it kind of bounces or jumps or snaps kind of where you want it to be. Okay, so that looks really nice. Again, I'm going to use my magnifying glass to zoom in so I can see it. Looks good. It looks like they're all pretty much, this is a little bit high, this yellow one. So with the select tool, I'm going to bring it and kind of bump it down just a little bit so they look like they're in line now. And left to right, they look good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is just to give me a little bit of organization over here in the layers palette. I'm going to connect one of the blocks to one of the images. So this Pepsi logo is in the top left. So I'm going to put it right above. I'm just going to drag and drop it above the color that it belongs to. This one's in the bottom right, so I'm going to drag and drop it here. This one's bottom center, drag and drop. This one's bottom left. And this is just going to help me stay a little bit more organized. So I have my color, my image, my color, my image, my color, my image, all the way up through the palette. Okay, that's the first thing. So after we have that organization, if we're looking back at our list, we're going to start the fun part, which is the changing of the colors part. There's two things to remember. We've got to select our pixels, and then we're going to change the color. So going back over here to Photopea, let's first select the picture that we want to change. We'll start with this top left one. So right there, I'm going to, on the thumbnail, which is the small picture here to the left, right click and select the pixels. So you can see it's faint there, but it's a little line, dotted line around those images. So what I'm going to do with those pixels selected, I'm going to go down here at the bottom of the layers palette. There is this half circle. Okay, one side's filled in and one side's open. And I'm going to click on that circle. These are adjustments that we can do. So I'm going to come up in this adjustment tab or choices, and I'm going to click this hue and saturation adjustment. Okay, that'll bring up the hue and saturation dialog box over here. And we can then take this hue and change the color. Okay, and I want to make it look like something that I enjoy. So I'm going to pick a color that I like to go with that. I don't want it to match, so I want that pink on top of that. That looks good. Pink and green. All right, so we're going to go with that for that one. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the next one. When I do that, this kind of collapses for me. I'm then going to right click on the thumbnail, select the pixels. This would be the bottom one down here. I'm going to go to the adjustments, which is the circle at the bottom of the layer palette, and hue and saturation. Okay, and then I'm going to adjust that one. Okay, that looks good. And then I'm going to go to the next one, select the pixels, hue and saturation at the bottom, and I'm going to do this on every single image, creating something interesting. So this is going to be the bottom center. I want different colors on each of them. Purple and green. Okay. The next one, select the pixels. This is the bottom left. And hue and saturation. I kind of want this one to be orange, which isn't maybe red. Maybe green. Okay, so this is looking good. And then my next one is this top right. This is going to be hard to see because it's underneath my palette. So I should be able to hue and saturation. Let's see if I can, my select tool. Whoops. Edit, undo that. Clicked on something I don't want to click on. I need to, let's zoom out. So I can see that. So back to what I was doing. I need hue and saturation. No. Adjust. It doesn't seem to be changing. So let's try this again. This one, this right here. I'm going to drag this layer to the trash since I kind of got out of order. And let's try this again. Right click, select the pixels down here, hue and saturation, and now let's adjust it. And I'm getting a nice change this time. How about a light blue? And then the last one right here, right click, select pixels, hue and saturation, and we can change this one. Color it should be. Got a pink one already. Got kind of that's too close. So close. More like yellow. I don't know. It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. You can zoom in and take a look at it there. So I can hit Control D. I still have this area selected here to deselect, and that looks pretty good. So that is the end of this part of this project. So for now, for today. So what we're going to do is, if we're looking here, we need to save it to Google Drive, and submit a screenshot. So first thing we've got to do is close that up. I'm going to do my screenshot. So there, make sure that I get, again, the program and the canvas here in the middle and the layers palette on the side. So all of that. And then I'm going to go File, Save as PSD.
Make sure that after you hit File, Save as PSD, you also double check the location. Make sure you're saving this onto your computer and you're saving it into your digital art folder.
Puts it down here in my downloads. I'm going to go to Google Drive, grab that file, and drag that into my Google Drive so I have a copy of it for the next day when I need to continue working on that document. At that point, you should have everything completed on today's goal. If you have any questions or concerns or anything happens, please go back and rewatch the video. You could see in the video I even made mistakes, and some things to think about is dragging those mistakes to the trash can be very helpful. But if you do have any questions, please go back and rewatch the video first. Try to solve the problem yourself, and if you're still having trouble, please reach out. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help. Thank you. Hopefully I'll see you next session.